Hello everyone, welcome to Mastermind. So this is the part 5 of Indian Constitution which we were discussing. So in that series this is part 5, but still we are discussing the part 2 itself, which is citizenship. So in that we have discussed till article 7. Let us start with the article 8. So article 7 said about the migration. Article 7 said about the migration. So that is migrated from India to Pakistan, and then they had also mentioned the date of 1st March 1947. 1st March 1947. Let us read what Article 8 is telling. Article 8 says that rights of citizenship of certain persons of Indian origin, here persons of Indian origin residing outside India is mentioned over here, because till now we were discussing about the residents itself, that is they have come from Pakistan to India, they are in India, they are residing in India. So this condition we have seen in all the articles previously, that is with the residents there were other conditions. But what about the persons of Indian origin, that is they may be residing elsewhere in the world, not just Pakistan but also elsewhere in the world? How would you provide citizenship to them if they are if they are having that interest in having the Indian citizenship, because they might have been born in India and they might be working there, so that they might be having that occupational pressure there, and because of that they might have moved elsewhere. So to them, how India is providing citizenship? So rights of citizenship of certain persons of Indian origin residing outside India. Here they are mentioning, notwithstanding anything in Article 5. Why we are mentioning about Article 5? It is Article 5 mentions about the commencement. Commencement, that is constitution at the commencement. Who can be the citizen? So here anything other than Article 5, they are mentioning the conditions under Article 8 for persons of Indian origin. You can call it as PIOs also. Any person who or either of his parents or any of whose grandparents was born in India as defined in the Government of India Act 1935. See, this sounds similar to what we were reading in Article 6 also, right? In Article 6 also, because Article 6 said about migration from Pakistan to India. In that also they are mentioning about the citizenship, taking the condition of them or their parents or either of their grandparents who were citizen of India or who were according to the Government of India Act 1935, they were born in India, they could be given citizenship. In that case they had mentioned about the 14th July, sorry 19th July I guess, so it is July 1948. At that point of time they had mentioned about that. But in this case let us look at what this is telling. This is also telling the same condition. So till here at least we know, because till here we have seen before. Okay, till here we have seen, that is they are them or their parents or either of their grandparents were born in India as per the Government of India Act 1935. And they are mentioning additional condition, who is ordinarily residing in any country outside India. Here they are mentioning about the residents, that is outside India. Previously it was residing in India. Here any country outside India as so defined shall be deemed to be the citizen of India. They can be the citizen of India. In what condition? If they have been registered as citizen of India by the diplomatic or consular representative of India in the country where he is for time being residing, on an application made by him therefore to such diplomatic or consular representative, whether before or after commencement of this constitution, in the form and manner prescribed by the Government of Dominion of India or Government of India, then they can be the citizen of India. Now this might get a little confusing or it might be a little clear also for a lot of people, but we will consider that this is very confusing for us. What it is trying to tell, we will see. It is initially saying that that person has to be born, or their parents have to be born, or their grandparents has to be born in India. Along with this, now they are residing outside India. That is what it is telling, right? That is person of Indian origin who is residing outside India. So they are born, their parents are born or their grandparents are born, but they are residing outside India and they want Indian citizenship. At that point of a time, in that particular country, we will have our embassy or our a representative or Indian representative from government of India. Maybe we are having the embassy there, or we are having our commission, or we are having our office, or we are having our diplomats there. So if they want Indian citizenship, they have to go and register it over there in that particular office. And this registration process also has to be according to what Indian government is saying. If they do so, they can be the resident of India. Just remember about this. If they register it in that particular a consular representative or a diplomatic representative, then they can be the citizen of India by being persons of Indian origin residing outside India. I hope it is also clear. It is mentioning about the person of Indian origin who are residing outside India, and then they, if they are wanting right of citizenship, that time they can get the citizenship in this procedure. Article 9. Article 9 says that if person voluntarily acquiring citizenship of foreign state. Now, until now we had seen about how can a person be citizen of India. How can a person be citizen of India? Now, how will a person lose it? How will a person lose the citizenship? That is what is mentioning in Article 9. If that person is in some other country and voluntarily takes their citizenship, let's say that person is in USA. That person who is working in USA of Indian origin, they can be the citizen of India according to different conditions which you have seen previously. But if they take citizenship of foreign country only, that time they will automatically lose Indian citizenship. That is mentioned in Article 9. No person shall be citizen of India by virtue of Article 5 or be deemed to be the citizen of India by virtue of Article 6 or 8 if he has voluntarily acquired citizenship of any foreign state. That is, if they have taken the citizenship of foreign country, then they will automatically lose Indian citizenship. At that point of a time, they can't come and debate that according to Article 5 we can get, or 6 we can get, or 8 we can get. No, that condition will not come into place. So at that point of a time, they will be losing the citizenship of India. They will be losing the citizenship of India because they have acquired the citizenship of foreign state already. That is mentioned in Article 9. I hope this is clear. Article 10. Continuance of the rights of citizenship. So what is rights of citizenship? They have mentioned over here. That is, if your rights of being citizenship has to continue, then what is the condition is mentioned in Article 10. Every person who is deemed to be the citizen of India under any of the foregoing provisions of this part shall be subject to the provisions of any law that may be made by the Parliament. Continue to be such a citizen. It is telling that the person whom we have seen till now, that is till Article 8, 5, 6, 7 and 8, we saw that these people can get citizenship of India. And if they have got citizenship of India, or if they are citizen of India, they will continue to be the citizen of India until Parliament makes law anything against that. That is why they have mentioned it as subject to the provisions of any law that may be made by the Parliament. Until that happens, they will continue to be such citizen. Until that happens, they will be continue to be such citizen. That is mentioned in Article 10. It means that the power lies with Parliament. The power lies with Parliament. Indirectly, it is also telling that Parliament can take it away also, and depending upon that condition, you are citizen. That is, you will continue to be the citizen unless and until Parliament makes any law outside that. Article 11 says that parliament to regulate the right of citizenship by law. That is, till 1950, that is till constitution came into place, we saw that there are different rules and regulations which has been given in the constitution itself. How can a person be citizen of India? Now what happens if the person is born after that, and if a person has been after, let's say, 1971, that is Bangladesh liberation war, after that if there has been migration, etc. So the parliament initially only has mentioned that post that whatever is the rules related to the citizenship, parliament only will be making it. That is, they have given the freedom to parliament. So you see, in lot of provisions in the constitution, in the last part of that every particular provision, they will mention that additional thing will be said by the parliament. So parliament can make additional rules, parliament can make additional regulations. That is what it is telling. Even in this case, 11th is the last article related to citizenship, right? So 11th article itself is telling that parliament can regulate the right of citizenship. That is, nothing in the foregoing provisions of this part shall derogate from the power of the parliament to make any provisions with respect to acquisition and termination of citizenship and all other matters relating to citizenship. That is, parliament will have power to make more provisions related to who can acquire and who can be removed, termination, and any matter related to citizenship, the power will be with whom? It will be with parliament. So that is mentioned in part 2 of Indian constitution, which is related to citizenship. So I hope till here it is very clear. I hope till citizenship you have understood the articles. You just have to remember about these provisions and revise and re-revise these videos or these articles again and again, so that it will stay with you for longer time. So in the next part, we'll start with new articles. That is next article, that is article 12. And what is article 12? What starts after article 12? If you know that, comment the answer in the comment section right away. I'll see you soon in the next part. Thank you.